It is part 15 in Wulan. Your time is up. You have had that land for way too long. You have been a pain in my ass for too long. I'm sorry if you don't like my language. You have been attacking me on and off screen. Now it's time to finally return the favor and get rid of you. Oh, you are a pain in the butt. But nonetheless, it is time to reduce the amount of warlord slugs standing in my way of a neutral conquest Japan down to 1. So, with that said, let's get the troops that are going to level up to level 5, and let's finally finish off Wulan for good, because Wulan does not deserve to have a land. Let's get you, because you're gonna level hugely from this. Anyway, I may not have all the items available, but I will, however, equip Huang's bow as well as the herbal remedy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Huang's bow definitely does wonders for the guy I'm playing right now, which is Huazhong. And Huazhong's weapon, for some reason, gets an ungodly boost whenever Huang's bow is equipped. This happens in Dynasty Warriors, this happens in Extreme Legends, and it happens in this game. And speaking of which, the Battle of GP, it holds many important battles here. This is the first battle you encounter as everyone else in the entirety of Dynasty Warriors except for Dong Zhuo and Lu Bu. You encounter the Yellow Turbans as Yuan Shu, and you encounter the Yellow Turbans as Wei, Shu, and Wu, and the Nanmans. And quite frankly, the Yellow Turbans, they have
now is the time to attack.
A pretty tricky stage, this one. Like, you have to see through all of Zhang Liang's attacks. Which is ironic that Zhang Liang is in my force right now, seeing as how he's the guy you gotta beat in order to capture the stage. And speaking of which, you have to fight Lu Bu as Cao Cao and Liu Bei, or rather his daughter's carriage. Yes. And fighting Lu Bu is just a bonus. Now, for Lu Bu, you have to protect said carriage and kill Cao Cao in one mission, and also in another, you have to defeat Liu Bei, who is ungodly strong for some reason.
We'll retreat for now.
Anyway, now for the task at hand.
Let's go, Preston.
We're going to be taking this base, seeing as how it's closer to Wulan. And ladies and gentlemen, we outnumber these guys big time. Even with Wulan on the field, they did not recover from the beatdown we gave them off screen. Unfortunately for them, this time we're not the ones that's under level. We're not the ones that are at a disadvantage.
We were unstoppable.
However, here's something I'd like to point out.
Now is the time to
Did
attack.
any one of you guys see any juggernauts here in the stage? Did you? No? Well, if you didn't, then in about a few minutes you are about to have your mind blown, because these bases were easy to capture.
Charge!
And as soon as we get to Wulan,
Let's go, Preston.
yeah, right after I get through these guys, it should be any minute now. There they are. Now, this is some ridiculousness because the Juggernauts weren't even at the bases I captured, and they just all of a sudden show up right when I was fighting Wulan. And did you see how much damage that did? See, Herbal Remedy plus Huang's bow makes Huazong's weapon incredibly powerful. And with 2 charge attacks, I just knocked down 3/4 of Wulan's health. And pretty much took GFP. So with that said, GFP is going... Sorry about that. Let me start again. With that said, GFP is now in my custody. And the only reason why I stopped because it was frame rate issues for some unconspicuous reason, and that being my virus scanner. But we're going to dismiss all of these guys. Why? Because we don't have any money. It would have been irony if I'd have made Wulan work for what he got. But the next 5 episodes, ladies and gentlemen, the next 5 episodes,
I am on my way.
We will be chopping down Sun Ce. We're still in an alliance with him, so I could just either restore my troops or gain money. It makes no difference. Or train them, actually. I've been looking for that card. Why haven't it shown up for my character? So, wherever way we go, it's not gonna matter because we're gonna have to take all 5 lands in order to make sure Sun Ce does not have the upper hand. And even though we're gonna get a weaponsmith, macesmith, pikesmith, or a lot of other things from there, we just want to make sure all our grounds are covered before we deal with the final battle with Sun Ce. We can't just go rushing blindingly. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, rushing blindly to Sun Ce without any repercussion, because there will be, because you may get ambushed by his strongest troops. I will say this, it's going to be a fight, and a very long one at that. But in part 15, we're going to start chopping down Sun Ce's lands, because he's been a juggernaut for too long. See you guys next time. I'm at 16, by the way, not 15.